What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. So now it's about that time that we have a new Hall of Fame name, Late Sketch.
Yes, it's an interesting class.
Yeah, you can say that, but you know what? I'm actually so excited about this one because this is who I grew up on. Mm-hmm. And the next inductee into the class of Hall of Fame 2025 is Lex Luger. The narcissist, the total package, the Lex Express. Y'all have to understand something, which I know y'all don't understand because y'all didn't watch WCW back in the day.
I'm back.
Yeah. Lex Luger should have been a Hall of Famer a long time ago. But the only reason why Lex Luger wasn't a Hall of Fame ago because of Vince. Because
I was wondering, what was the holdup?
Because he burnt that bridge with Vince. Lex Luger was primed to be the next Hogan. He was going to be the next American hero when Hogan left. That's what they were boosting him for. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to give you all a fun fact. Lex Luger never won a championship in WWE.
Huh.
Not one.
Interesting.
No Intercontinental, no European, no Tag Team, no W Championship.
I did not know that. Is that why they got beef?
Well, no, they got beef because after SummerSlam 95, when Luger gave Vince a handshake agreement, I'm staying with the company, he showed up on Nitro the next night.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Mall of America, you know what I'm saying, with that blouse. You know, and he had all that shit look like. Yeah, fan album. So, now, one thing I want y'all to say, I grew up with Lex Luger. My grandfather was a wrestling fan. Mm-hmm. And he got to take my brothers, but not me. But I was saying, he was a big WCW guy. That's what I grew up on. NWA, WCW. In NWA, Luger's a Grand Slam champion. He's a tag team champion. He was a United States champion. He was a world champion over there. And also over in WCW. He is the only one that does a good torture rack. I used to love doing him do the torture rack. And, Luger was brought in, that was Sting's best friend. And Luger brought him in. I remember Bischoff was just like, I don't really want to bring Luger back because he left NWA, WCW the first time, came to WWE, and that's when at first he was doing the narcissist. He was like the big muscle guy with the mirrors and all that shit out there. Yeah. But then Hogan left. Hogan said, I'm out of here, brother. And then Vince was just like, well, we need another Hogan. And they tried to put Luger, force to the moon. That's when Luger came out flying. When Yokozuna had the body slam challenge at Fort Knox or whatever like that with all the military around them, Luger comes out there with the American jacket off the helicopter that he can body slam Yokozuna. He does it. We have the Lex Express where he literally taking a bus trip around America, and they was building him. But the thing is, I can't say Luger wasn't a talker because Luger was an aggressive talker. Because he talked in NWA. But he wasn't Hogan. And nobody believed that he was Hogan. And even at the Royal Rumble in 94, him and Bret Hart both eliminated each other. Mm. And they was both going to WrestleMania at 10. And one would have their World Championship match first, and the other one would have their second. And Luger lost his. But then he had a championship match at SummerSlam where he won by disqualification. And everybody came out and put him on his shoulders like he was Cody last year. Yep. And I'm like, you won nothing. You won by DQ. They made him look completely stupid. And then he goes back to WCW. And that's when he becomes, the total package. He does the Wolfpack shit over there also. I like we did the Wolfpack. And because I'm just a bias of Wolfpack stuff. Yeah, and then I had the whole Wolfpack shirt and everything. I was like, fuck black and white. What's Wolfpack over here, man?
Please.
Yeah.
Hey, don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
You know what I'm saying? See, Murder said that.
You might wind up
in a body bag.
In a body bag.
Bro, look, we had Luger, we had Macho Man, we had Red and Black Paint Sting, we had K-Dog. It was Cody that he was K-Dog at that time.
K-Dog is hilarious.
Boy, he was straight competent. He had the whole red plated button up with had this button right there at the top. No Chulo out there, this out there. Had my dad couldn't stand K-Dog because he had the pants taken off his ass and everything.
Oh God.
Oh, Jerome ain't like that at all. and especially that he was in Filthy Animals. But and then they started killing him when they brought the Disco Inferno. I was like, what the fuck is y'all doing? But Luger had a drug problem.
Mm-hmm. As we know,
very bad drug problem. He was married or messing with Miss Elizabeth.
I don't know if they were married, but they were together. And
he just had an interview on Chris Van Vliet that just said that he said his lifestyle.
He acknowledges that the lifestyle that they were living contributed to Miss Elizabeth's death.
Yeah.
He didn't say that, like he killed her, because people have been saying that for years.
Yeah.
But he does acknowledge his part in her demise.
Yeah, because she died. She was in her 40s.
Yeah.
It was very heartbreaking. And then 2007, I think it was, he had pinched some kind of nerve in his neck.
Yeah, and now he's in the wheelchair.
It paralyzed him for a minute. Then it got worse and worse, and now he is relying on a wheelchair until the blessing of DDP
He's
Yoga.
doing DDP Yoga.
Well, DDP Yoga will save it.
Bruh.
And now he's able to get up from the wheelchair. So they just had a video to show that because he was DDP house in Atlanta, and you know I was living in Atlanta. Yeah. Cody. And Cody came over there looking fly in their red suit, everything like that. And then this must have happened a while ago because he ain't had no black eye at this time.
Right.
So it wasn't recent. And he comes in there, and as Luger's doing the yoga, and he says, and it's fitting because him and his dad in NWA together, and him and Dusty Rhodes. So having his son come down there and say, listen, we finally going to put you in the Hall of Fame. He was excited because you got to give people their flowers while they're here.
While they're here. Because if you're looking at somebody who is in the health conditions that he's in, and how many people have we seen that had these crazy drug problems, and it catches up with them in old age, and then you look up and they going. So, I mean, while he's here.
Yeah, and he was excited about that. He actually stood up from his wheelchair, gave Cody a hug. And I said, I know Luger's very small now compared to what Luger used to look like, obviously, but the DDP Yoga has been helping him. Like DDP's out here saving lives. He should be a two-time Hall of Famer for that alone. Okay? DDP should be a two-time Hall of Famer for that.
DDP Yoga going in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. You know what? It should. Fuck the Warrior Award. This is called the DDP Yoga Award.
Oh, yeah. Because aren't they discontinuing that?
I don't think Choice one he didn't do that. So he just he ain't give out the award in a minute.
Okay.
So
I thought they was.
Oh yeah, they fired. That's what they fired Dana Ward.
Yeah, they got rid of her.
Yo, Q-Fuck could stand Dana Ward. He could say her.
Bro, her and them Brian Griffin teeth was crazy. I'm sorry, that wasn't nice.
Wow, she did have them Brian Griffin teeth, them Brian Griffin veneers, bro.
I was supposed to pick that. That wasn't nice, bro. I'm so sorry. Lord, forgive me.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, yeah. No, we haven't done that in a while, but I was like now, and once again, I do still feel that all the ones that's going to the Hall of Fame right now are deserving of going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I was like, me personally, for somebody who grew up on NWA, grew up on WCW, and I personally did not like Luger's run in WWE that much.
But he's still, wrestling's.
Oh no! But I loved him in it. I mean, he was having crazy matches with Ric Flair and Sting and Dusty Rhodes back in the NWA. But then I was like, y'all, come. I don't care about Hogan. You know what I'm saying? That's what he kept trying to shove that American shit down my throat. You know, I don't give a fuck about Hogan. Neither do Seth Rollins. Funny sidebar.
Bro, that was funny. They had a genuine laugh.
They had a genuine laugh.
He was like, "Oh, you don't like her too much."
Yeah. He don't like it too much.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was funny.
So yeah, I am happy. I was really happy. Like, okay, somebody that I grew up on in the NWA version of him, and then just the wrestling version in general, he can finally get his flowers because I was already upset that Vader wasn't here, and all Vader said was, "Can you just put me in the Hall of Fame?"
Yeah, cause like, why was y'all playing in that man's face?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. He just did
it.
Get to see
it.
Yeah.
What is? I'm not gonna say what is the point, because people should still get their recognition, but give the people their flowers while they can smell them. What was the reason?
And
Coco beware.
That is the Hall of Fame bar, right?
Oh,
you know what? But see, that bar has changed.
It's in hell.
No, because Great Khali is in there now.
It's in hell.
Okay. But I'm just like, Demolition is still out. They need to sign a Legends deal because Vince is not there. And I'm like, give them their flowers. Demolition needs their flowers before, unfortunately, one of them may clock out. Mm-hmm. Then, Rick Martel, how is he still not in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. I'm like, we got to give that man his flowers.
Well, a lot of people, I think, really, it was just Vince. He probably had some kind of 25-year-old.
Ain't no probably.
Probably had some 25-year-old beef with these people over something stupid. And now you got a bunch of people who should have been in there who never went in because he was in his feelings.
Damn right. No, I'm just saying. I'm happy for Luger. I'm going to assume, which is not right to assume. I'm going to assume you and Q-Flow are not too familiar about Luger.
I know of him.
I know the name, but that's it.
I've seen clips of him. I've seen him in the blouse.
Search for the blouse.
The
blouse.
I've seen it, but I don't know him. I don't know his career like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. I know what you're saying, how he was in WCW and he was in NWA, but I don't.
They had an AEW, stop saying it, A&E documentary for him because they was doing the Icon series
or whatever,
and they had a Beth Phoenix one, the RVD when it came out, but they never showed his. And until a year, I guess, for the show. I don't know if they ever did show Luger's documentary, but I think he has an interesting story. I would like to see. I gotta go check. I gotta go swim through Peacock or swim through Netflix to see if they put this stuff up on there.
I think that a lot of the stuff is still up on Peacock.
Yeah.
Should be able to find it.
Oh yeah, but I love. Shout out to Luger. I'm really glad that he got his flowers while he's here. And it's gonna be a moment when he walks to that podium to give his speech. Now, if y'all make his ass try to go.
Yeah, please don't do this stupid ass shit we've been doing.
With the ring, I'm about to say.
Just put it back on the stage.
Who wheeled the wheelchair backwards up the ring? They ain't doing that. Up them stairs. Go back to the stage and the Hall of Fame ceremony, the Oscars, y'all used to do when Brian Saxon and AJ Styles used to wear them loud ass suits. That's what it needs to be. Yeah, look like grandma's candy wrapping.
Yo.
Okay, but I'm happy. Shout out to Luger. I know Prime over hating. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Luger.
Yo.
Prime got a problem with the legends who are in wheelchairs.
Exactly.
Yo.
Because
remember Thunderbolt Ross
lost all his limbs.
According to him, Thunderbolt Ross ain't got no legs.
I think he said legs or arms. I said, sir, what do you mean?
He said he ain't got no legs. That man not only had legs, they worked.
And they worked. I'm just like,
really, very well.
He lost all credit. He lost all credit for that. Shout out to the total package.